Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. You have tremendous creative potential. Everything you see around you was once an idea that was conceived in someone's imagination. All images that originate in the imagination are referred to as fantasies. Flying airplanes was a fantasy at one time. So was the automobile and the internet. Look around the room that you're sitting in. Bed, couch, kitchen table, lamps, coffee pot, can opener, carpet, drywall. Everything was thought of before it became physical reality. Do you have a fantasy in your mind that you would like to bring into physical reality? When I say fantasy, I'm not talking about a Disney movie or Star Wars or something fictional, but those also were ideas in someone's mind. Moving pictures was one time thought to be a ridiculous fantasy. A fantasy is simply something that you think in your imagination that hasn't been done before. When you see a picture in your mind, when you get an idea, even if it's never been done before, when you see the picture in your mind, that means it can be coming attractions for your life. It can be brought into physical reality. But it starts in the mind. It starts in your imagination. It started out as a fantasy. If you decided that you were going to go to school and get a degree and work in a certain field, or you were going to get married, or you were going to buy a first house or a car or go on a trip, you might say all of those were fantasies at one time until you focused on the idea, until you thought about it, until you pretended. What would it be like? What do I want my wedding day to look like? 4 people standing up with an officiant? 300 people in a castle? A few people on a beach? If you've been married or planning to get married, you don't stand up in front of 200 people without some planning, without deciding, what does the dress look like? Who am I going to invite? Who are all the people that I love and I want at my wedding? Is it going to be in a church, in a hall, on a beach, in a castle, in someone's backyard? There are so many details to think about. Once you start thinking about it, you might write down some plans. You might draw a picture. This is what I want. This is what I would love. This is my dream wedding. This is my dream house. Oh, this is the trip of a lifetime. Someday I'm going to do this. Well, if you say someday, it may never happen. Someday is not a day of the week. Someday I'll get married. Well, If you love someone and you want to get married, you don't say, oh, someday. You set a date, you start planning, you start writing things out, you start to think about what you would love. You might have to set a budget, but there are other times where you want something so badly, you don't worry about how much it costs, or maybe it doesn't cost anything. You just know what you want. Some of the best things in life are free. Spending time with family, love, laughter. If you've ever heard yourself say, oh, I want to be a millionaire, but that'll never happen, it'll never happen because you believe it'll never happen. Just saying it'll never happen tells your subconscious mind that's not for us, and you will never become a millionaire if you say that'll never happen. Whether you're getting married, finding a purposeful career that you love, work that you want to do, even if you didn't get paid because it's so important to you. You've heard people say, do what you love and the money will come. And that's true. But you have to decide what you want, get clear on the picture. Use your imagination. Start by building a fantasy. If you were to do what you love, play music, write books, paint pictures, teach classes, build airplanes, create software programs, start your own business. What do you love to do? If you had unlimited time and money, how would you be spending your ideal day? If you had unlimited money, you're not going to keep it for yourself. What would you be doing for your family, for yourself? If it's unlimited, what could you create for the world? What would be a passion project of yours? How would you help less fortunate people? Start out with a fantasy. Start out with an idea. Maybe sketch it on a piece of paper. Maybe write out a sentence or a word, a paragraph, or pages and pages. If there was unlimited time, unlimited money, and you had unlimited potential, what could you do? To exercise your creative imagination, you have to get quiet. You have to quiet your mind. You can't think of creative solutions or fantasies when you're stressed about the workday or what you're going to do next or what you have to do or what you should do. You have to take time to just breathe, to be grateful for everything that you already have, to be grateful for this life, the experiences that you've already had that have created you as this person you are today. And then deciding what else. If there was unlimited time, money, potential. What are some possibilities? If I didn't believe it was impossible, what would I do? What would I be? What would I have? What would I like? You could start to jot some ideas down or write a list of everything you want. And before you talk yourself out of it, saying, oh, that's too much, it's too big, I'm too greedy, that's selfish, just spend a little bit of time thinking about that beautiful picture in your mind. And you start by getting calm and relaxed. Take a deep breath in and let that go. Take another deep breath in. Relax your body. Allow yourself to relax. If you believe that everything you see around you was once an idea in someone's imagination, and that you have tremendous creative power, and you let creative ideas come to the screen of your mind, maybe you're well practiced in this and you often sit back and think about what it would look like to do the work that you love. Maybe you've spent hours dreaming about a trip, a house. What would it be like to be loved and in love? Maybe you have been planning your ideal wedding. What does it look like? To exercise your creative faculty, which is your imagination. You begin by building a fantasy, a dream. Mentally play with that fantasy until you start to take it seriously. Get emotionally involved. Start to see details. Emotional involvement with your fantasy will start to seep the picture into your subconscious mind. It will start to look for evidence. It will start to look for ideas and opportunities on how this could be brought into physical reality. There is a law of attraction, and it says everything of like energy, everything like itself is drawn to itself. So if you're feeling calm and creative and enjoying the picture in your mind, the visualization of what you truly desire, ideas start to form in your imagination. You start to get hunches and impulses. You start to get another thought and another thought. When you practice focusing on those thoughts, you draw more thoughts and ideas to you that are in harmony with the picture that you want to create, the life that you want to live. Let's take another deep breath in, enjoy the picture, and start to put it down on paper. Whether it's a dream wedding, a new invention, the house of your dreams, something that you truly desire to bring into your life. Get emotionally involved in it. And then I want you to take a pen and paper and write out, I am so happy and grateful now that. I want you to write it out as if it's happening now. Present tense. You're in the middle of the dream wedding. You're in the middle of your dream home. Describe it in detail. What color are the walls? What does the door look like? What does the furniture look like? Who is with you? How are you feeling? I'm going to give you a few minutes to write. I'll be right back. Good morning again. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. This mental exercise is truly a liberating concept. If you do this on a regular basis, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. That subconscious mind is the part of you that takes action, that runs a show, that does things automatically. Have you ever caught yourself saying that I'm going to lose weight, and then you're stuffing yourself with food, and then you beat yourself up because you did it again? It's not your fault. There's something in your subconscious mind that may have been programmed when you were 3 years old. Somebody talking about you being fat, chubby. Maybe somebody said you were stupid or unlovable. When you have an emotional impact, good or bad, that gets programmed into your subconscious, and then you start to do things in alignment with how you feel. Your subconscious mind is totally deductive, and that means it has no ability to reject. It will accept whatever you impress upon it as reality, regardless of whether it's real or imagined. So if you've ever said to yourself over and over and over, "Oh, I'm an idiot, I can't do anything right," your subconscious mind takes that as gospel. It takes it as the truth, and it makes sure that you see evidence of that. When you really get this, it is a powerful tool to recognize. Instead of saying, "Oh, you stupid idiot, I can't do anything right," you might say to yourself something that is aligned with your goal. Look at what you wrote on that paper. What is it that you truly desire? How does it feel now that you're living that way? I am so happy. I am so grateful. What I dreamed about, that I thought was only a wish, a dream, a hope, a far off possibility, the more I focused on what it felt like, what I really wanted, how good it feels to be there, allowing myself to feel that peace, that love, that confidence, that joy. I am confident. I am respected. I am respectful. I am loved. I am loving. I have an awesome imagination. I really am creative. I've been creating everything in my life. I didn't realize that I kept saying the same thing over and over and over, and it created my reality. Now that I know my subconscious mind is always listening, I get to reprogram it. That takes repetition. That takes attaching the emotion you want, pretending that it's real. You can use this in any area of your life. You can create the dream wedding, the dream home, the millions of dollars, the unlimited wealth. What you focus on becomes your reality. Suggest to yourself over and over and over and over with emotion What is it that you really want? Not what do I want and it'll never happen someday, but I am so happy and grateful now that if you immerse yourself in the feeling, spend time seeing the picture in your mind of what you truly desire, repeating it over and over and over, it will become your reality. That's how your reality is now. It is how it is because you've spoken it into reality. The words you use, the thoughts you think, the feelings you feel are creating your future. If you don't like something that you have now, decide what you want instead. Love, money, peace, happiness. What specifically would you create that you would be so excited about, so in love with, you're eagerly anticipating it? What do you want more than anything? Visualize it. Get clear on the picture. What would it look like? You can draw a picture, you can create a vision board, you can write affirmations, you can write out a sentence, you can write out pages and pages of how you'll be living your life once your wish has been fulfilled. The dream has become reality. You are the person that has the goal that you truly desire. Tune into the frequency of what that looks like, what that feels like. Everything has a vibrational energy. Feel the vibrational energy of what it would be like to live your dream, to be that multimillionaire, creating a better world for the people that you love, or the people who really can't do it for themselves. How would you help? What would you do? How does that make you feel? When the results are as real in your mind as the clothes you're wearing, and you know what it'll feel like, spend more time in that feeling. Spend more time talking to yourself about how wonderful your life is now that your dream isn't a fantasy, it is your life. I am so happy and grateful now that the practice of writing out every day, the practice of spending 5 minutes in the morning when you first wake up, before you go to sleep in the knowing that that is your life. And your subconscious mind will look for all the opportunities, all the ideas, all the people and resources that are required to bring it into reality. And one day you'll just be living it. And you'll be able to look back and know you can connect the dots. Your dream becomes reality when you live from the dream, from the picture, from the vibrational frequency of what it looks like and what it feels like to be there. Do that as often as you can, and it does become your reality. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Create a wonderful day. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you.